My fellow criminals, good morning. I'd like to share something with you, but first, watch this.
We're going to have austerity measures, yes, but how then do we secure development?
Thank you very much. Please. No, it's okay. So I have said.
Did you see the contempt on their faces? Did you see how they all in unison asked us? And they all in unison laughed, and then one of them said, Maendeleo gani? My fellow Kenyans, this is what will happen anytime we ask for accountability for these leaders. They will always remind us Mulikata, the finance bill. They are in pain because we have injured money that they had already planned for, how to loot. These people are spineless. These people do not have a standing. These people are not, they're not representatives of Kenya. And how do I know they're spineless? Did they not vote yes for the finance bill? So what changed overnight for them to be behind the president and clap and say, okay, we withdraw? These people are grand schemers. Let us not be redirected. Let us not be lied to by one press conference. If anything, let me tell you, patterns don't lie. If there's anything that has been consistent, is that this man is a pathological liar. He lies through and through. He lies even when he's not required to lie. It's almost as if without a lie, he cannot be himself. Lies are part of him. He has no interest of people in Kenya. If you dissect through everything that has happened ever since we started this demonstration, he hasn't even been addressing us. If he was addressing us, he'd address the people that were killing Githurai. He minimized almost 250 plus deaths into 6 people. 6 people. Even the people that were killed on the streets were not 6. And I'm here to tell you that the war is not over. These MPs, for example, Alice Nganga said what? She said that she has collected enough, you can get her out of the seat. For those who want to know, Alice Nganga is the MP for Thika Town. Look at them flaunting their cars on us at the expense of our pain, of our money. People had to die for us to be listened to, and even now we are not sure if we'll be listened to, because according to the Constitution of Kenya, the president has no power to withdraw a bill. At the best he can do is send it to Parliament, and the Parliament will reconsider the things that he wanted it to, probably the amendments. And if during this whole process of sending it to Parliament 14 days elapse, that bill automatically becomes a law. Up to now, nobody has come to tell us what exactly he meant by withdrawing the entire bill. But I'm so glad we are educated. And I'll come back to education in a bit. I just want to tell you girls and boys and criminals that if we relent right now, these people will squeeze us. For example, right now as we speak, there are 2 youth who have been taken to court because they usurped Kimani Ichung'wah. These people will come for us. So we cannot relent. The goal is for us to uproot this entire government and for us to start on a clean slate. We were born, a lot of us were born in a system where corruption was already normalized. And so we came and we integrated with it. At the most we could do is complain. But right now we have been shown the power, the sovereign power the sovereign power belongs to the people. And so there's something we can do. The next course of action should be for us to recall these MPs. And no wonder I'm calling them schemers, because they have been delaying reconstituting the IEBC. Ever since January 2023, the IEBC has no single commissioner. What does that mean? That means that we cannot recall them. So even as you clap, even as you feel relieved, just know that the war is not over. We still have a long way to go. The problem with our country was never the finance bill. The finance bill was what triggered us. The problem is bad governance. The problem is corruption. The problem is impunity. The problem is that people are being collected in Ngong Road, in Ngong Forest, having been dragged. That is the problem. That is what we want to address. That is what we want to get rid of. And another thing, you saw the deputy president say that, sisi hatukujua mko mnataka finance bill. Today, Moses Kuria has tweeted and said that Rigathi Gachagua was the chair of the original finance bill. So let them not play. Remember, these people are politicians at heart. All they know is to politic. They are politicking at the expense of our lives. Look at him telling us that he has created jobs in Germany. Nobody wants to go abroad. Anybody who is abroad will tell you it's hard. Nobody is there because they want to. It's hard. We are asking you to fix this goddamn country. Do not come here again and tell us about jobs abroad. Fix this country. We want to work here. We want to eat here and eat our ugali and skuma here. If we all leave this country, who is going to build it? What happens to the people who are behind us, our brothers and sisters? Which brings me to my next point. And actually, it's the reason why I'm here. Let me tell you, people. Ever since 1991, it is in 2003, under the government of Ruto, that the university school fees was increased since 1991. And it was increased by almost 200%. And they cited things like, oh, universities are no longer running efficiently. Oh, universities are lagging behind with their taxes. They have around 20 billion tax that they have never remitted. As we speak, you people are paying almost 159,000 school fees. Do you know how much we paid? Let me give you a story. Let me just give you a short story. I'm going to make it 1 minute. When I was in my 4th year, the last semester, my dad and I had a tiff. And I was in the wrong, honestly. And the punishment was that my dad was not speaking to me for the entire holiday. And so it got to a place where now the holiday is over. I was 2 weeks late into going back to school. And now Sassy then is when I'm trying to, talk to him, but he remained with his stand. So 2 weeks in, I told my mom, no, mom, I'm not going to stay here at home. I'm going to go back to school and I will pay my school fees. Abuskia token in Alia. Fuck this government. So anyway, I'm going to go back and pay my school fees. Do you know how I was able to afford my school fees? It's not because I had a lot of money. It's because my school fees was only 14,000, Bob. 14,000. You people are paying 100 plus. If you are a true Kenyan, you know that there's a long system where some of us are educated so that we can educate our younger ones. So let me ask you, with all these taxes, with all this impunity and corruption, we have no jobs. Look at us. Somebody said, sisi tunaweza demonstrate hadi 2027, hatuna kazi ya kufanya, mmetupatia purpose. So, if that is the amount of school fees, what will happen to the future generation? Look at us being able to fight for our rights because we are aware, because we are an educated bunch, because we are the prophets of the free education in Kibaki era. They are making education become something for the few that can afford it. We cannot do that. Education is the greatest equalizer. Even Ruto said that jana in his press. So, and then at the end of the day, even those who have been educated, we have been sent abroad to go and do mini. Kwa nini wasipeleke watoto when their kids are ambassadors? Anyway, I'm so angry. I'm just here to tell you that the war is far from over. There's so much impunity. People are using almost 18.8 billion to travel, and they're choosing to increase our school fees. Travel is something they can do without. And lastly, there's so many bills that are being passed underwater. There's the Assembly and Demonstration Bill. That bill is supposed to limit our rights to protest. So the next time they want to pass shitty bills or oppress us, we cannot take to the streets. Please, let us rise. Let us be about the business of parliament and this government. Tukue hivi. Ready. Ukisikia kitu kuja tuambie, tuende tusome tujue. Tusikubali tena kuongozwa na watu. We cannot trust these people to draft and pass bills for us. They no longer represent our rights. They no longer represent our will. They have been bought and we need to get rid of them. The next thing we need to push for the IEBC to be reconstructed so that we can recall all these people. We can recall them one after the other. Viva comrade. One last thing. They have arrested Kasmol Kaskazini. Let go of that man. Viva comrade, the war is still far from being done. But so far, good job. Goodbye, my fellow criminals. One last thing. Let it be known that history that I've given you for the school fees, that is 2021. Si kitambo, 2021. Yes. So it's not a far-fetched story. It's not a story of tulikuwa tunatembea na bila viatu tukienda shule. It is 2021 that we used to pay school. In fact, I think even students of 2022 still benefited and they were still paying very kidogo money for school fees. It is in 2023 that this rule was effective. I just needed to clarify that.